продолжаем. Так. Такая хитрушка тут. Хитрушка. Чувак не успел. Давайте сюда, да. Оп. На. Зря. Он бы меня прифигачил туда и все. Не пойдет, не пойдет, не пойдет. Ну как так-то? Видать, должно ровно поставить. Ага. Не прыгнуть в него, юркнуть в него. Отлично, успел.
We designed post-escape levels to give players brief glimpses of the inner workings of the enrichment center. This particular area exposes part of the storage cube distribution system. These little vignettes help make this section of the game visually distinct from the testing chambers, while reinforcing the idea that players are now behind the scenes.
Это так понятно на самом деле. Целых два комментария. Целых два комментария тут.
Playtesting, we discovered that fatigue set in if we didn't break up the more complicated, deliberately paced puzzles with problems that required the player to perform a much simpler task under time pressure. These systems proved to be a good foundation for that simpler type of puzzle. Because they feature a moving surface, they also gave us an opportunity to employ some unusual portal transitions, such as ceiling to ceiling.
During development, we'd often run across some piece of level design that would break the portal system. For instance, this ceiling-to-ceiling transition was an unexpected edge case that ended up requiring a lot of effort to make work. We tried never to take the easy route of simply changing the level design to work with existing portal technology. We knew that once the game was out in the wild, custom map creators would stress the system in ways we hadn't even considered, so we made it as flexible as possible.
Ну, допустим, куда-то дальше. Написано, это какой-то пролог, да. Я его, черт возьми, не вижу. Ага! Тупой. Бывает. Отлично. Сюда больше. Да когда он двинет сюда. Можно. Зачем я сюда пошел? Я тоже не понял. Скорость наверх, далеко наверх. Черт. Допустим, куда дальше? Сюда, по-моему. Да. Видимо, не трубой был. Попал. Здорово. Фух, напряженка. Длинная загрузка, как обычно. Отлично. Не очень длинная.
In the sound booth, you're only connected to the production team by an intercom, and they can talk about you, and you don't know what they're saying, but you trust that they're being kind. And you know, they'll push a button and then they'll say something to me. They'll say a direction. No, that wasn't right. Do it again. Give us 3 more reads. And a lot of times what happens is they would play the computer generated sound for me on one line, and then I'm supposed to recreate that 3 times with the director saying, okay, well, you know, more sarcastic or more angry or more irritated. So you stand in the booth hour after hour after hour. They're always very nice. They let you have water in here and maybe a pencil to take a few notes. And of course you want it to be interesting because...
Все тише, я уже прочитал давно. Сказал еще раз английский, он очень долго говорится. Акцент такой специальный, и поэтому так получается, что быстрее.
As the end of the game draws closer, we increase the ratio of time pressure puzzles, like the story match, to give the players the sense that they're approaching a climactic encounter.
Жизнь пролетела.
An important design goal of these post-escape levels was to give players the sense that they're running wild inside the guts of the facility. With that in mind, we added plenty of nooks and crannies for players to crawl into or place portals through. This ended up being a tricky lighting challenge, as the areas needed to be bright enough to navigate,
while still being dim enough to feel like obscure, disused sections of the building.
Ведь, по-моему, это вон там будет стоит. Куда дальше? Я допрыгнул. Допрыгнул. Не втыкаю, куда дальше? Я все пришел, ладно. Дверь какая-нибудь, понимаешь? Если нечто пришел, значит нам надо. Похоже, но нет.
Критическая ошибка.
Надо вылететь снова, да. Почти. Готово. О, все, конец.
Ты сам виноват. Я этого не планировала. Я уже не шучу. Вернись, или я убью тебя. Я тебя убью, а тот, кстати, уже съели. А тебе все равно, да? Это твой последний шанс.
These rocket sentries originally fired lasers. We switched from lasers to rockets after we introduced the glass-breaking mechanic, mainly because glass shattering in a massive rocket explosion turned out to be a lot more satisfying than glass just slowly being melted by a laser. Originally they also spoke, just like the bullet turrets. Because players often redirect the rockets with their backs to the turret, however, a distinct, uncluttered sound cue was required. The voice simply added too much noise to the rocket redirect mechanic.
Sarcasm. GLaDOS is sarcastic a lot. And that's so much fun. But while I was trying to do this, trying to build in all these emotions, I still had to maintain the computer sound and maintain the pronunciation of repeated phrases. You know, aperture science and the enrichment center.
Отлично. Серьезно. Здесь логично и просто, на самом деле.
tube gives players a chance to test out their newly trained rocket redirecting and glass breaking skills in a slightly different context, which helps cement the training.
Дверь не открывается. Да куда худи? Кого не бросишь? Портал начинается. Начинаем на кубик точно. Да раньше было, это такое уровень. Был кубик. О, интересный уровень. О, загрузка. Из комментариев все меньше и меньше. И как-то что было лучше. Но все равно допроходим игру. Даже если без комментариев. Будет прохождение и комментарии вместе. Любимая. О, какая жесть. Потом прочитаем враги. Отлично. Одного спустили. Спасибо, дальше. Как он такой не чик? Криво зрение. Как вас вдвоем оставить, да? Попал. Можете рыб почитать.
This massive turret ambush was originally a lot more massive, with turrets that dropped from the ceiling and popped out of surprise hatches. In fact, for a while, it was the game's climactic battle. Through playtesting, we learned that this type of pure combat experience didn't really fit with the preceding few hours of player training. Over several iterations, we toned down the combat and made the room more about using portal momentum to fling yourself great distances, a skill that playtesters really enjoyed using, and that's a key component of what eventually became our
Да,
final
красивая сцена. Так, что нужно сделать? Так, желтый ползал. Нифига. Надо поставить потом вот туда наверху. Так, нам нужно какой портал? Желтый. Допустим, желтый. А, надо еще туда, потом синий туда. Вот как. Я помню. Сейчас ставим желтый портал, потом ставим. Затем туда ставим желтый, а в приближении ставим синий. Не успел. Как так-то? Если промазал. Да. Девушки не пошли. Ну, что? Ой, еще один прыжок. Сохраню, если упаду.